we are going closer to the release of OP11 and we have another new leaks. Maybe this is gonna be the last leak with all of the super rares I think already revealed and some rares and also some of the common. First of all, we got this Charlotte Smoothie. This is not actually from OP11. This is from promo cards P90. Purple character 7 cost 7000 power Big Mom Pirates. Opponent's turn on KO, down -1. Play up to one Big Mom Pirate type character card from your hand other than Charlotte Smoothie with a cost less than or equal to your opponent's down on their board. So this is similar with the blue Sanji we see, but it's from your hand. But one good thing is that it can actually play a 10 cost card if your opponent is having 10 down. So if you can hold this to the late game, then you can actually play the Big Mom 10 drop. And it doesn't say a purple Big Mom Pirates, but also any Big Mom Pirates. So if you somehow play this like in a yellow purple pudding, then you can actually play the 10 cost Big Mom and trash opponent's life, gain 1 life, and the next turn the Big Mom can actually attack. So this is a very nice card. It is quite expensive for 7 cost, but yeah, I don't think purple Big Mom Pirates have anything with 7 cost, anything good with 7 cost now. So this is a very good addition. If you have 7 down, you don't know what to play, you can just play this. And the effect will trigger either if it's KO by skill or KO by attack. So it's quite nice and quite more guaranteed. It's very hard to remove then. If they don't remove, then you can just get 7k attack on each of the turn. So the next card is the new Finsmoke Reiju. Rare, 4 cost 5k, counter 2k. So another nice counter 2k for the Germa 66 deck. So on play, if your leader has the Finsmoke family, look at 5 cards from the top of your deck, refill 1 card with Germa and add it to your hand. So this is another searcher, but you can place the rest in your trash. I think this is a very nice because the Germa gameplay, like the small Germa character which can transform into the big ones, they can transform from your trash. So this particular searcher being able to trash the other 4, your trash will just become your second hand. So you can take one of your 3 cost Reiju, no Ichiji I mean, you can take one 3 cost Ichiji from your hand and trash the other 4. If the other 4 happens to be there's the 7 cost Ichiji in the other 4, then you can just play the Ichiji 3 cost and transform it to the 7 cost. So I think this is a very nice searcher. It's quite expensive. It's just like the 4 cost 6k purple Zorojuro, but it's a very nice counter also. So I think you have the very good ability to search and to trash. You can revive from your trash, and now you can counter 2k. So it's a nice additional counter 2k. I think Germa 66 deck will be upgraded very nicely. We have the Judge before this, and now we have this Reiju, and we have the new event, 4 cost event from the EBO2. So I think whoever of you wants to play the Germa 66 deck, this will be a nice quiet addition. And also Germa 66 is a quite cheap deck, so if you are able to play for it, it's gonna be very nice and very cheap and very competitive, I think, because like, you know, the hardest matchup is against RP Lau, and RP Lau is not playable anymore. The third card revealed is actually one of the super rare, the Helmepo Black. Super rare, 6 cost 7k power Navy Sword. So this is one of the Navy Sword cards. On play, you may discard 1 card from your hand, draw 1 card. So you discard 1, you get 1, and play up to 1 character other than Helmepo with the sword trait and a cost of 8 or less from your trash. Then, at the end of this turn, place 1 character summoned by this effect at the bottom of its owner deck. So you can play 1 sword, and then you can, at the end of the turn, you have to put it at the bottom of the deck. So it's really good. First, I think this card is really good because first, you can draw 1 card and trash 1 card. So you can trash the card that you want to summon with its own ability. So it's like you can choose to summon from your trash. Or if the sword character that you want to play from your trash is not yet in the trash, you can discard it from your hand, get another card to summon the card you discarded. So it's like almost like no cost for the ability. And you might think, why you have to return it at the bottom of the deck at the end of the turn? Well, because you of course summon at 8 cost. But it's okay, because if you see the secret rare Kobe that's been refilled in my latest videos. It's 8 cost sword, so you can actually play that Kobe. And that Kobe grants you the ability to attack active creature. And your Kobe leader can give them the ability to attack in the turn they are summoned. So if you use Kobe leader, you have the Kobe secretary in your hands, you play this Helmipo, you draw one card, trash the Kobe, and that Kobe that you trashed will be played from the trash and it can attack. So I think this might be one of those cards that is quite nice in your new Kobe deck, and we will see how it plays later. The next we have this new Pudding. I don't know if I like the art or not. It's like a semi-cartoonist, but I don't know, I don't really like this art. But this is a 1 cost, 0 power, 1000 counter. It's a searcher. Look at the top 5 cost of your deck, but it refills 2 Big Mom Parrots. So that is why this is a super rare, because it refills 2. Let me see. Up to 1 cost. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. My bad. This is actually refills 1. So you can take 1, but with a cost of 2 or more. So you cannot search for another Pudding. Then place the rest at the bottom of the deck. So this is just a searcher, but it have the second ability to -1 down, rest this character, and look at the top card of your opponent's deck. So this is a searcher on play, and you can have another ability to -1 down and look at the top card of your opponent's deck. Yeah, it's quite nice for additional searcher for your Pudding deck. If you have the Pudding and Big Mom in your yellow-purple Pudding deck, you have 8 searcher then. Good. And it's a super rare, so it's gonna be shiny in your deck. And the next we have this Briscola 2k 1000 counter blockers, just regular 2k blockers, and it's Animal Kingdom Pirates, it's Smile. The next we have this new sword, Prince Grus. It's a rare, 1 cost, 2k power and 2k counter. So this is gonna be, if you're running a sword type deck, you're definitely gonna want to put this one, because this is the counter, 2k counter, right? And when attacking, if this card somehow attack, all of your opponent's character with 2000 or less cannot active blocker. So this card super rare refilled another Navy sword card from a magazine in Japan. This is the Hibari, 5 cost, 6000, no counter. On play, give up to one of your opponent's character -2k for the rest of the turn. And when attacking, this character gains 1000 power for the rest of the turn. After this, if your leader contains the Navy type, up to one of your leaders may attack active characters for the rest of the turn. So after she attack, she will get 1000, so it becomes 7000, and up to one of your leaders may attack active characters. So this is quite nice. And on play, you -2k. So with your Kobe leader, you can give this card the chance to attack on the turn it's played, and -2k for one of your opponent's character. And after this card attack, it will gain 1000 power, and your leader, if it's Navy, your leader can attack active character. So I see where this is going. You play this, you -2 one of your opponents, and your Kobe leader will grant this card ability to attack characters, and it will attack characters, and when it attack, your leader can then attack active characters. So that's how it's played. I think this new sword type gameplay is gonna be attacking active characters. So they're gonna control the board by attacking active characters. And this is also Navy, so you can play this with the new Helmipo also. Like Helmipo doesn't state you to have to be Black Navy, right? Yeah, as long as it's sword, either it's red or black, you can play it. So you can play this Hibari with your Kobe. I'm sorry, with your Helmipo. So you can play with Helmipo, you can give -2k, you can give it 1000, and after that you can give one of your leaders to attack your opponent's active character, and it doesn't problem if it's returned to the bottom of the deck after that. The next card, we're gonna have another Navy Doll, 4 cost, 1000 power blocker. On play, you may trash one card from your hand. If your leader has the Navy type, give up to one of your opponent's character -6000. So it's a blocker, you play it and you -6000. Might not seem a big deal, but if you see that the sword type is attacking your opponent's active character, this most likely means that you can KO something, because you -6k and you can attack, and it's almost guaranteed to be KO'd. The next we have this new very cool animation, very cool art from the manga panel, the Honesty Impact. This is the Kobe Ultimate Skill. 6 cost event. Oh, it's a 6 cost event for a red event. It's very expensive. Main. So this is one of those events you activate on your main. Give up to one of your opponents minus 4k. Then KO up to one of your opponents 6k or less. So remember, your Kobe deck will attack active characters. So minusing 4k in the Kobe deck is actually big of a deal. Because you can minus 4 and you can attack that minus 4 card even if it's active. And then you get to choose one other card 6k or less and KO it. So maybe people will I would like to see people take maybe 2 or 3 of this in their deck. This is like 6 cost and you can KO 2 cards. One 6k and one minus 4k and you're able to attack it even if it's active. And it have trigger. The trigger is to KO one of your opponent's character with 6k or less. So it's a very nice card. Very nice card. The next we got this Arlong. 7 cost rare 7000 slash character, 1000 counter. Fishman, Fishman Island, Sun Pirates. If you have the Fishman type, you have 3 or less life and your opponents have 5 or more rested cards. This is including Dawn, so you're guaranteed your opponents must have them. This card costs minus 3 in your hand. So this is going to be 4 cost 7000. And that alone is already good. So you can play this if your opponents have like what? 3 Dawn rested and their leader is rested and they have 1 rested characters. That means they already have 5 rested cards. During your second turn with 4 Dawn, you can play this card. You get 7k bodies with a 4 cost and a counter. So this is gonna be quite nice. And I think because it's 4 cost, 7000 on the hand, once it's played, it's gonna be back 7. So it's not quite easy to be removed by black cards or blue cards because it's gonna be 7 cost in your field. So this is like the attack version of the purple Sanji. If it's gonna be good or not, we will see it later. It have also trigger, raise up to one of your opponent character with a cost 4 or less. So I think it's gonna be good because even if it's not gonna be used for attack, you still have the trigger ability. The next we have the new Kuzan, black rare cards, 4 cost 5000, 1000 counter navy. On play, trash the top 3 cards of your deck. Basic. When attacking, up to one of your leader character with navy type can attack active character this turn. So, once again, the navy, the sword, black red in this expansion will play mostly attacking your opponent's active character. Nice. It's gonna be a different type of gameplay. And maybe interesting. And now, we have this new super rare, Monkey D. Garp. 8 cost 8000 power navy. On play, you may place 3 cards with the type navy from your trash to the bottom of the deck on your order. So you have to return 3 navy. Give up to one of your leaders 1 rested Dawn. Okay. Then if there is a character in play with cost 9 or more, KO up to one of your opponent's character with a cost of 7 or less. So this card is quite hard to play with. You need something with cost of 9 or more. But I think this card is very good in black purple Luffy, right? Because you just need to put one of your Dawn to your leader, and this card itself is already 9 cost. So if you play your black purple Luffy, you can just play this, return 3 cards, and then you KO one of your cost 7 or less. However, you cannot use that in black purple because you have to place 3 cards with navy at the bottom of your deck. So this card is quite, I don't know, I don't see where could you use this part for good. And it's also 8 cost. And 8 cost is black. You usually want to play more, yeah. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think this Monkey D. Garp is going to be good or not. It's, however, have a good art and also a very good alternate art. We will see later. Next, we have this very cool Gear 2 events. We have the Gear 2 mangas, now we have the Gear 2 events. 1 cost Straw Hat Crew. Main, you may rest 2 of your Dawn. If you realize the blue color. So this is like one of those cards that's only nice right now in the blue purple Luffy leader coming. So because it's a purple card and your leader have to be blue. Add 1 Dawn card from your Dawn and rest it. So you can, this is like 3 cost and get 1 Dawn. If it's nice or not, I think this could be a nice addition if you use the blue purple because you want to get as high done as possible. However, it have the second ability to use counter 3k. So this is like the Kamusari from OP10, where the card have two useful, one in main and one in counter. The main I think is not very good, but we don't know if it's very good in the deck. But right now, you have 3 cost characters, like you have the Jack, 3 cost 4000, you get one active Dawn, and you get a 4k bodies. This you don't get active Dawn, you get rested Dawn. Still, it's maybe good because it's a straw hat that is completely searchable. So we don't know, we haven't seen yet how it will play. But in blue purple maybe it's good because you always want as fast Dawn as you can. Besides, it have 3k counters, so there's nothing wrong if you get this in the late game, you can use it as a 3k counters. Nice. And we have another super rare. This is the box topper, no, the box cover, I mean. The Charlotte Katakuri, the super rare that we've been waiting for. Everybody expecting it as the manga cards, but we don't know if it's gonna be the manga. Some people say it's Kobe, and yeah, we don't know. This is a blocker. Like, this is one of the biggest blocker in the gameplay. I think we have the navy guy, the blue navy guy, and also the Kurohige as the biggest blocker. But now we have 8,000 blocker. And at the end of your turn, you can set up 2 of your Big Mom Pirate with cost of 3 or more as active. And that is amazing, guys. Like, there is no catch up to it. There is no condition. You just end of your turn active 2. And you can active yourself. So it means this blocker is gonna be 8,000 at the end of your turn. Active yourself. You have to active 2. So you can active this as a blocker, and you can active another card. Maybe another Big Mom blocker. Maybe another Big Mom, like any other cards you don't want to be attacked next turn. And at the end of your turn also, you get 1 Dawn rested. What for? Yeah, because you can see that many of the Katakuri purple deck will use many Dawn minusing, including the 10 cost new Big Mom, 12,000, which minus 5 Dawn. Now, that card, minus 5 Dawn, in my previous video I said it will be too expensive. But now it's starting to make sense with this new Katakuri. Because you will play this Katakuri, next turn you will play the 10 cost 12,000 Big Mom, you get Rust, you get 8k attack bodies, and at the end of the turn you can just active both of them. You get 1 blocker, 8k, you get plus 2k for your leader at the cost of minus 5 with your 10 cost Big Mom, and then the next turn you will be 7 Dawn, and after that you will be back to 10 again in the next second turn, because you get rested 3 Dawn with this Katakuri. This is actually what I thought about this deck. This is actually quite nice if you have blockers, but also nice if you don't have blockers to just protect your card. Maybe you don't need to actually active that 10 cost Big Mom. Like, who would attack 10 cost Big Mom, right? But oh, of course, there's a Shanks. There's a green Shanks 9 cost which can KO your rested card. So if you face against green cards, you can just play this, active your Big Mom. Your Big Mom will be safe from the incoming Katakuri, incoming Shanks KO, the green 9 cost Shanks. So this is very good card. This can also be used in the Big Mom Pirates of Pudding Leader, and you can active many of your good cards. And we have this Beji. You can see this, maybe this is the last super rare. And this card is beyond broken, I think. Like, we see the trend where all of the cards get some kind of ability to prevent them from being KO. Maybe because the black deck is just super annoying now. All of the cards can protect themselves from being KO'd. This kind of effect is usually specifically used by the green cards, but somehow red cards have gotten it, and the new Kobe leader have been able to prevent KO. And now we got this Capone Beji. 2 cost 1000 power, 1000 counter blocker. That alone is already good. And if one of your supernova type cards other than Beji were to be removed from the board by your opponent's effect, you may add it to your life instead. So this is the most broken ability of all of those protected abilities effect. Not only your character is not KO'd, it's gonna become your life. So this is a blocker, like Rocinante, but if Rocinante prevents the prevents the KO of the other cards, this card put it as your life. I can already see some people imagining this card to be used in the Trafalgar green yellow or the kit yellow deck, because they have a lot of supernova. You can just put it in your life, and who knows, maybe you can put some supernova that can be played directly after it's triggered. This is gonna be a very good card, and this is gonna be a very good blocker. And we got another one cost double effect event, Gum Gum Red Hawk. One cost Straw Hat Crew, you may rest 3 of your Dawn. This is the main ability. If both pairs total life is 5 or more, KO up to one of your opponent's character with original cost of 5 or less. So this is a 4 cost event, you can KO something with 5 cost or less. And the counter, 1 cost 3000. Nice card, good card, you can use to KO blockers if you need it, but if not, you can use this to counter. And it's a searchable yellow Straw Hat in your Nami yellow-blue deck. And we have the Zeus. This is the Zeus with the very cool art, I think, the Nami art. 2k 2000. This is a Big Mom Pirates, not Nami, not Straw Hat Pirates. You may take the top or bottom of your life and put it to your hand, KO up to one of your opponent's cards, 5 or lower. So yeah, this is a very good card in your Big Mom deck, maybe. I don't know. This is definitely not going to be used in your Pudding deck because it's only have 4 life. Why would you want to decrease it more? But maybe in Katakuri deck, sometimes you want to use this. This is a 2k counter, which is already knife. And you can, if sometimes the winning condition is determined by you KOing or not, you can KO some of your opponent's 5 cost or lower characters. You can KO Cavendish. You can KO Luffy, the yellow Luffy and the blue white Luffy. You can KO red Luffy from the new ST21. So you can KO a lot of other cards, but the cost is 1 life. So we have now the Fisher Tiger, 7 cost 7000 power, 6 cost 7000 power, counter 1000. When this character is KO'd by one of your opponent's effect, you may rest 1 Dawn if you do play 1 Fishman or Melfort type. This is like the other Smoothies card, the other Sanji card, where you can play something if it's KO'd. On play, rest up to one of your opponent's characters. So you can see that this OP11 is gonna make black deck suffer, I think. Because most of the cards, when they are hard to be KO'd, and once they are KO'd, they just play another card. That's it. It's a very good card. This is similar with the Zoro Super from ST21. And the on-play ability is to rest one of your opponent's characters. Nice. Now we are being introduced to the Sea Kings. The Sea Kings are actually yellow card, and the Merfolk is green card, which is why the Shirahoshi is green and yellow leader. 5 cost 6k, blocker. Activate main, your leader is Shirahoshi. Turn 1 card from the top of your opponent's life, face down. At the end of your turn, this card is active. So this is a 5 cost 6k, which can activate itself at the end of the turn, as long as you set your life face down. So you need to have 1 life face up at the end of your turn. The second, we have Megalo. This is also playable with the Shirahoshi leader effect. This is a blocker. If your leader is Shirahoshi, this card gains 4000 power. So this is a 3 cost 6k leader. 3 cost 6k blocker. This is better than even the Chopper. Your third turn, you play this and you have 6k blocker. Nice. And then we have another Seeking, but this time it's green. It's the Madara, not from Naruto, of course. If your leader is Shirahoshi, look at 5 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 Shirahoshi or Seeking, and add it to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of your deck in order. This is basically a searcher, but it can be playable with your Shirahoshi effect. And we have the last revealed card, Lord of the Coast. Seeking is blue 1000 counter. On play, up to one of your opponent's rested card will not become active in your opponent's next refresh phase. So that is all the Seeking we have seen. I don't know if you think the Seeking gameplay will be interested or not, but if we see the Shirahoshi leader from the first reveal, activate main, you may rest 1 of your Dawn and flip the top card of your life face up. You may play 1 card with the Seeking type. So basically, all of those Seeking is 1 cost, which is very good. So you, in your first turn, this is similar with Vegapunk, right? On the first turn, you can use this ability to play the Chon Mage. So in your first turn, you can use you can rest 1 Dawn, you get one blocker, 6k. And the next turn, because Shirahoshi needs you to refill your top life, the next turn you can use this Chon Mage, you can attack 6k, and you can turn one of your life face down to guarantee this card to be active again, and it will become another blocker. And because your life card is being face down again, you can use it again for another sequence. So it's gonna be interesting. We will see how good the Shirahoshi competing with the other deck, because I think the other deck is gonna be very strong. The Luffy, the Kobe, even the Kobe is gonna be very strong. So we will see how good it is, and we will see when it's released in the next month. See you soon. Don't forget to give like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.